To create the columns in the database, to receive the data from the update query, we're going to go to SQL Pro. And you can see we have ID, username, and password. But we also need to create all these new columns, right, to hold this data, like the cookies, number of cookies you have, the number of cookies per second you have, and the buildings that you have. So we're coming over here, and if you click on structure, you're going to hit the plus sign to add another column, and we're going to call it cookies. And we're going to say int, yeah, it's the whole number. And then the number of digits, let's do a big number like 20, okay? And then don't allow null. Default our field to be to 0, and we're good to go, right? And then we can go and do that again, and we want to do CPS next. The CPS is funny because CPS can be a fractional number, right? So if we're over here, excuse me, if we're over here and I go ahead and buy a cursor, you can see my cookies per second is 0.1. And so because of that, we can't use int, right? Int is whole number. It means integral, right, which means whole. So we're going to come on down to decimal. And when you click on decimal, decimal is kind of funny because the length has two numbers, okay? So the first number, the one on the left, are the number of digits to the left side of the decimal place. And then the comma 1, the 1 represents how many digits to the right side of the decimal place. And so since we want only one digit to the right of the decimal place, let's do 20 comma 1, okay? Okay, and let's not allow null, and let's put a 0 in here as a default. And then the next set of columns that we need are to contain all of the number of buildings that the user owns, right? So let's come back over here. Let's do the first one together. We can say cursor, and we're going to say int. That's fine, and we can keep it at 11 digits because the number of cursors is never going to be as big as the number of cookies that you can earn, right? So let's put a 0 here. Let's do null, not allow null, and put a 0 here. And then that way you can add additional columns to your database.